Russia and the United States will hold a meeting on Monday in Geneva to ease tensions. On the agenda are Russia's concerns over NATO's eastward enlargement and the alliance's support for Ukraine. It also reported that U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken told a European official that any further Russian aggression into Ukraine would lead to a severe response. Nathan King has more.
Pretty crucial talks going into this week. We have the number 2, Wendy Sherman from the State Department, and the Deputy Foreign Minister, Sergei Ryabkov, meeting in Geneva, ostensibly for Washington. At least this is about diffusing what they call a crisis on the Ukraine border with what they say is a Russian plan to potentially invade with 100,000 troops. Of course, Moscow has denied this. Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, wants it to be about more than that. They basically essentially want a guarantee that NATO will not expand eastwards. This is a holdover from the Cold War. Essentially, Russia feels it was promised that after the end of the Soviet Union that NATO would not expand. It has done, as you know, from Poland to the Baltic states and elsewhere. And they've made no secret of perhaps Ukraine, Georgia and others joining. This is unacceptable for Vladimir Putin and Russian national interests. It's going to be very interesting to see how these talks are also overshadowed by what's going on in Kazakhstan, as Russia and other regional actors have sent in peacekeepers there. It's going to be also an interesting balance between what the US has threatened as crippling sanctions if Russia does in fact make a move into Ukraine, and what the Russians are basically saying is that they want to restudy the whole security architecture of the region, considering that they feel surrounded. Now, of course, the Americans have been consulting with their NATO allies. They have been saying to Moscow they will not move without them. There are also going to be meetings following the meetings in Geneva with Russia and NATO, with the US and their NATO partners, and elsewhere as well. I mean, to say that there is a threat of war is perhaps overstating it, but what we do realize in this post-Cold War relationship between Washington and Moscow, there's been a litany of misunderstandings and mistrust. That has never been higher between the Biden administration and the government in Moscow under Vladimir Putin. And these talks hopefully will at least de-escalate the situation in Ukraine and provide a window for more talks as well.